Hey guys, and welcome back to the Alchemical Oracle. This is Lo, and today we are going to do a channeling from King Paimon. Now, y'all know I work on both sides of the realm, and King Paimon is a Goetic entity who is a king of the demons. So if you know, King Paimon has his own legion. He's known for being a more like Arabian showing daemon, and he usually has a one-humped camel. I have one right here, so you know kind of like what that looks like. He's dope, y'all. I don't even go cap. I will say, earlier on when I was healing from a lot of sexual trauma, I was working with King Asmodeus, and I ended up switching to working with King Paimon. I think that they were just kind of like Asmodeus was like, I'm gonna just put you on for a little bit and I'm gonna see you later. So I've been working with King Paimon. He is so dope and sweet, and like he's very similar to like how Thoth talks to me. So like I enjoy our conversations, and he just like gives me all the deets. And y'all know like I love like learning about cosmic information and how it applies to my life and the physical realm, and it makes it so much freaking easier to fill in the gaps of certain like channelings that I've received, and like how to meld the things that I talk about together. And King Paimon has been super helpful in that, has been super helpful in making me consistent on this YouTube channel. I can't cap, y'all, because for a while like I be getting stuck in my head and stuff. So King Paimon has literally been like that guy. So yeah, and this right here, we're gonna do a channeling from him. I'm sure that he's just like, let's just go through it. So I'm hype about that. Is there anything that you want me to say? I will say, like, if y'all want to learn more about King Paimon and how I work with him, like, definitely leave it in a comment below. I don't know if there's anything y'all are interested in, but he definitely wanted to come through and give a channeling, which is fire, because y'all know I'm all about that. And I felt like over the last few years, I've been like very, I would say, influenced by Arabic culture, and I use that as a blanket term because I've been all up in the realms. And y'all know that I love everything Egyptian. So it's like I be all up in there, y'all, like no cap. So yeah. So I was super hyped. One thing that I think King Paimon, especially for POC, would be great for is helping you really tap into standing in your power as a Black person. And if you identify as a chosen, or if you identify as someone who carries a lot of spiritual weight on your head, and if you know what that means, then you know what I'm talking about, okay? And it's very heavy. And I think it's something that's not talked about enough in the spiritual community, which is another video that I could talk about that. If you are one of those people, I think that King Paimon helps you to stand up straight and teaches you how to stand strong with that weight and how to carry it. And he very much relates that to like being kingly, walking as royalty, moving in this space and understanding how to position yourself in your life and what to accept, what not to accept. Like he's very much a teacher. He's very wise, and y'all know I am all about that vibe. Like wisdom is everything. Cosmic wisdom is just chef's kiss. And being like the type of gluttonous spirit that I am when it comes to information, like that is just so good. So I love you guys. I hope that you enjoy this channeling, And if you have any amazing experiences or any cool experiences you want to share, or you resonate with King Paimon, definitely tap in below. If there are any spirits that you guys would like me to channel, please leave them in the comments below. I love you guys. If you would like a personal reading, definitely go to thealchemicaloracle.com and lock in with me there. And if you would like to tap into my spiritual school, where I'm going to be teaching you guys a lot of these otherworldly downloads and how to apply them to your life for best magic and manifestation practices, then you can go to my link in the bio and subscribe to my email list so you can learn when these products first launch. One of our first products will be assisting you with psychic abilities, connecting to the creator, and learning how to tap in and heal yourself through alchemy. And then we learn how to build on top of those foundations. So if you're interested in that, definitely go down and join my email list. I cannot wait to have you there. If you're watching this later, then there will probably be a link in my link in bio or my link tree where you can definitely tap into that course or those course structures. I love you so much. Continue to rise, continue to vibe, and I will see you on the other side of this channel in beds. All right, so let's get into it. Let us begin with our conversation today, shall we? So, not that I had anything particular planned, but now that you mention it, I am very much interested in speaking about, as Lauren mentioned today, how to embody your own divinity. Something that is very hard, especially for humans of her complexion, is how to embody the fullness of their divinity without also demeaning another. And it is very hilarious to me because it does not make sense whatsoever. If you are someone who is elevated and you are feeling that spiritual energy rise within you, then there is a responsibility within you to make certain decisions. And in order for you to make certain decisions that effectively make sense in your life, that elevate you to a particular frequency, then you need to understand that if you are going to be dealing with certain vibrations of people, that you are going to be pulled into those vibrations that are unnecessarily dense. And because those people either do not know how to move out of those situations, or they do not understand how to properly sit in them in order to learn what they need to learn so that they can progress on their path of whatever it means for them, then that is a true waste, isn't it? Because it's wasting your time, your energy, their time, their energy, and whoever else is participating with them in this realm. Does that make sense? Why would you put your divine energy into a realm of someone who is unwilling or unwanting to leave a space that they're in? I suggest you pack your shit up and leave. Because why, my dear, would you waste your time? If someone who is meant to be a king, who is meant to be a queen, who is meant to be of noble and royal status, subjecting themselves to be a peasant, to live, think, and feel like a peasant, like a servant, then that is what they are. Is that not true? If it walks like a duck, it quacks like a duck, it has white feathers and a yellow beak, my God, it is a duck, right? Doesn't that make sense to you? If you do not know how to move as you should, then you will move as they could. And why would you want to do that? You, my dear, are beautiful. You, my dear, have the energy and elevation as you should. So why not act like it? Revel in it. Pull your pride up and exalt it, not in a bastardization of conceitedness, no. But true confidence, nothing you have to fake, but something you have true pride that rises your chin up high and says, this is who I am. And regardless of what some name, some ignorant fool may call me, I still rise to be the person I am in the morning. My gestures, my shoulders, the way that I speak, the way that I feel, I am like this all the time. Regardless of who is present, this is who I am. Is that how you move? Or are you walking into a space like a peasant? You walk in the space asking for permission to exist. You walk into a space asking permission to speak. What is that bullshit? It is. It is a waste of time and energy. For some of you, you have met people who are, what is the word? They are in a victim mindset. They are stuck being the siphon of energy of every single person around them. They are a vampire. And what they do is they create circumstances that make them the victim while they feed on everyone feeling sorry for them. They don't have to do anything because all of these people are enabling their insecurity. Probably because mommy and daddy never showed them any attention. Therefore, they have to grapple onto it from any person in sight. Can you not see how draining that is to deal with such individuals? This isn't about status. This is about decision. Does it make sense to decide? Does it make sense for you to decide like this? That you would deal with such people who only want to consume you like you are all you can eat buffet. Pitiful. Pitiful, I tell you. Do you know who I am? I move different, and I encourage you to move just as different. You move as if you are scorn of earth. I pity you, fool. If you wish to have the reality that you desire, then you, my sweet one, should own it like it is. As you are, a beautiful being, pulled, full, and what is the word? Enigmatic. You need to understand how to take advantage of those who want to give their energy to you. Because the energy that they give to you is energy that they could be using for themselves, but they choose not to. The reason why this is because if they cannot put it to use, then you can. But does that make you a vampire, my dear? Well, are you one of good or bad intention is up to you. But the power is yours. And just like a king, all individuals fall at their fate. Do they not? Even if they do not want to. So the question is, how will you wield your power and your responsibility and the people who fall at your feet? Because they are like a flock unto you. And if you cannot guide them as you would guide yourself, then that in itself is an act of peasantry. You are not a servant. You are a leader. And a leader has responsibilities. And if you should take on those responsibilities, then you should stand, act, and embody the flavor of whom you are, where you are, and where you're going. And those who are attracted to that flavor, who wish to embody that flavor, who wish to understand who you are as you are, and they want to take or to partake in you. Now you have their attention. And what will you do next with that attention? Will you give it away frivolously, or will you truly harness that power for what truly needs to be done, for what you shall create, my dear, in your majesty, in your position, will allow you to do for many what they often won't choose to do for themselves, but by your offering, they shall partake. I hope you caught what I was putting down. But let's go a little further, because some of you are a little dense in the head, okay? I have spoken sweetly about how to manipulate your power. And when you are manipulating power, what you need to understand is that power is infinite. Power is not something you harness and store and push in. It is something you exude, you propel, you grapple, and you manipulate. Because power is all around you. For example, right now, there is a man in a high position, and this man knows how to wield the power that the masses will not use, and therefore is creating his desired reality in this country. Yet, most of you cannot create the desired reality in your life. Yet he could do it on a mass scale. And that's because he has learned how to manipulate you and your power, and therefore harnessing it to do what he wills. Now I ask you, there are people who will do things that seem bad or good for them and not good for you. But could you take that same energy, that same power, and transmute it to create the reality that reflects your desires? Could you harness the power of decision, the power of your pocket, the power of your emotions, the power of your mind, the power of your actions, the power of your influence, the power of your throat and your words and the way that you move in order to create your desired reality? Or will you just continue to be a petty servant to those who don't want service, but will still pay you to stay in a space of a servant and treat you pitifully as you do? I challenge you today to stand up and stand straight. Keep your head elevated high and your shoulders back. To walk with pride and enlighten these eyes and open your heart to reveal the darkness inside. And not just to try to get rid of darkness, but to remove the delusions that are currently not working for you in order to elevate and disseminate your life. Because you are now an embodiment of the above and below, and the dark and the light, and the middle is the way to create good light. Are you ready for that? Because when those who feel and see true power, they run. Because they are fearful of their own true self. And to understand what it means to feel what power is, they either want to ruin you, become you, or emulate you. But the truth is, it is all just a manipulation of your energy to get them to see the true image of themselves within you and to understand that they too have the power to create as you do. They too have the power to do as you do, because power is not something you gain, it is something you emit. It is something you grapple. It is something you organize. It is something you manipulate at will to create desired structures that elevate and then ground into the malkut of your life and grow like plants in the wilderness, creating structures that will forever be seen by those who pass the monuments of time that you constructed, lived, and created because of who you are, who you were, and who you will be. Do not forget, my dear, that we all are as we should be. Sweet and simple, angry and peaceful, joy and evil, delight and a vivacious kind of hunger, consuming and enjoying. How will you choose to live your life? Will you choose to stand high? Will you choose to understand what it means to have ethical power? Or will you choose to do as you will? Or will you choose to continue living like a peasant, feeling like a peasant, living in the desired reality of that which is not desired? For you have not, and therefore you may never want more than what you have. Closed mouths don't get fed, they starve. If you consistently look at what you have, you won't. Understand, to be grateful is one thing. To be grateful and ask for more is another. To be pessimistic is that of a servant. Because a servant has accepted life as it is. A servant has accepted a certain level of existence. And no matter what, it will try and try again to recreate the environment that they're miserable in. And sometimes you will look at these people and be like, why? Why would you want to live that way? Why do you think that way? Why do you talk that way? Why do you deal with people in this way? Why do you move that way? Why do you make decisions this way? And you have the ability to learn. And even when you give these people the tools, they don't know what to do with them. So they end up on the ground, unused. Because they have chosen not to be what they truly are. They have chosen to be a servant, so leave them where they are. If they wish to be a footstool, then step on it. However, if they wish to be guided, to be a student, to be elevated, to be different, well then I shall say, rise with me, and we must go where we shall go. So, in this way, I will leave you with this once again. Are you who you shall be? Or will you choose to be a servant? Will you choose to see yourself smaller than a grain of sand? Or will you choose to see the divinity that exists within the molecules that create that grain of sand, that ultimately empower you to become more and larger than life, where your feet stand on the sand and swim in the ocean and climb in a tree, to see the world as it's meant to be seen. I shall see you on the next one, children of the world. I hope that you've enjoyed this channeling from King Paimon. I love how he speaks in riddles. It's just such a vibe, y'all. Okay, so I hope that you guys have enjoyed this channeling. If you have any comments, concerns, anything, put them down in the comments. Keep it positive, guys. And I love you guys so much. It means so much to me that you guys come and give me your time and like tap in with us. So if you would like to know more about King Paimon, or you want to hear more messages from him, definitely tell me down in the comments below. I am, Okay, he's reminding me to promote my business. So if you haven't already, definitely go over to my website, The Alchemical Oracle. If you would like to book a reading with me, you can get a channel message, tarot, but I think I'm going to be changing up my packaging soon to just make it more together. But you can go over there and book a service with me. If you would like to become one of my students, then definitely subscribe to the email list and check out my website for any updates on our course material that we will be dropping in early summer of 2025. I love you. Continue to rise, continue to vibe, and continue to be your fucking dope ass self and moving with the light and the wisdom of your highest I. And I will see you guys in the next one. Stay wise, stay vibing, and bye, honey.